Good day, guys. Welcome to my weekly episode of my weekly market forecast. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys basically every single pair that I've spotted a setup on that I'm going to be looking to trade in the coming new week, which is also basically the beginning of a new month, February 2026. So without wasting much time, let's just dive right in to the video. Now, firstly on my screen, I have EuroCard right here, and EuroCard is a trade that I'm currently on right now, and I have this trade executed on my 400,000 naira funded account. For those of you that don't know about the accounts, I have a 400,000 naira account that I'm handling with Naira Trader, and I've successfully passed the phase 1 of the account, also passed the phase 2 of the account, and currently I'm funded on the account. I've also even made a withdrawal from the account already. So currently I'm funded on the account and I have this trade setup active on it. Now I'm going to be giving you guys an in-depth explanation as to why I executed this particular trade. So first and foremost, starting from the daily time frame, it is evident that the market has switched bearish on EuroCard, and I will explain why. So this was a pullback, this was a higher low. Now this was a higher high, this was a higher low, this was a higher high, and right here this was a lower low, this was a lower high, this was a lower low, and now price has taken out this previous lower high. So basically switched bullish on EuroCard right here on the daily time frame. And now taking my premium and discount too, so I'm going to adjust this to this point to identify the bullish market structure change. Now taking my premium and discount too from the low to the high, you can clearly see that price is in the discounted zone of the daily leg, which is basically a point I'll be looking to get involved in on sales on this particular on buys on this particular trade. Now going into the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour and the daily are basically sharing the same structure. So you can basically see that price also broke the 4-hour high right here, indicating that bullish market movement on EuroCard right here. And now price is also in the discounted zone of the 4-hour premium and discount too. And if you look closely, I saw my entry model that I usually use in executing a trade, which is price created this V-shaped recovery, then price swept it. Price doesn't just need to, it can sweep it or it can break it. So it's not just sweep. If it's a break of structure, fine, as long as we have a V-shaped recovery back up. Yeah. So now then price went on to break structure to the upside. Then after breaking structure, price pulled down and pulled up, giving me that liquidity right there. And I marked out this QMR or the reclaim block, whichever one you like to call it. And yeah, price just pulled back into the QMR right here, and it's in a bit of profits right now. But yeah, when the market opens next week, we'll see how the trade eventually ends up playing out. That's it for EuroCard right here. Now the next pair that I have on my watch list is NZHF. Now for NZHF, it's basically still the same story as to how I approach the market that I approach NZHF with. So basically on NZHF, you can see that we've been on a downtrend, lower low, lower high, lower low, then price switch bearish, breaking this high. After breaking that high, price pulled back, giving us a higher low, then price pulled back up, giving us a higher high. Yeah, and now taking my premium and discount too from the low to the high, you can see that this my entry point I'm expecting price to come into is in discounted zone of the daily leg. Now going to the 4-hour also, you can clearly see that the 4-hour and the daily is also sharing the same structure. So the same break of structure to the upside, the same premium and discount to the entry setup is right here in the sorry about that. It's right here in the 4-hour discounted pricing. Same thing with the daily time frame. All those confluence is checked. I then also have my entry model on the 4-hour time frame, which you can see price pulled up, giving us this V shape, After giving us this V shape, price swept liquidity to the downside. After sweeping liquidity, or no, before after sweeping liquidity, yes, price then pulled up, pulled back down, giving us another V shape liquidity before going on to break structure right here. And here I marked out this QMR or reclaim block, whichever one you choose to call it. I marked it out that price could potentially come back into it, yeah, and run to the upside. And yeah, before going deeper into the video, I would like to let you guys know that I have a Telegram channel where I basically share any setup that I'm actually executing, because most of these trade setups during the course of the week, they could develop and I could no longer be putting on my entry on this particular setup. So I only share trades that I'm actually executing on my Telegram channel. And if you're not part of my Telegram channel, do your very best to check my Telegram channel. Link will be in the description box below. And yeah, that's it for NZD So I'm potentially expecting price to pull back down, tag this entry, and run to the upside. Now the next pair I have on my watch list is Euro USD. Euro USD is pretty very straightforward. Same story. The daily time frame on Euro USD is bullish. Price took out this high, yeah, and during premium and discount zone, I took it from this low to this high. You can see that this is the discounted zone right here. Price, I'm expecting price to come into the discounted zone, yeah, for me to start looking for buys. And on the 4-hour, I also have the same market structure, the 4-hour, and inside the discounted zone, I spotted my entry model on the 4-hour time frame. This is actually a very neat trade in my opinion. So you can clearly see that there's this V-shaped recovery right here. In this case now, price broke structure, didn't sweep liquidity, broke structure to the downside, then price broke structure to the upside. After breaking structure to the upside, price pulled down and pulled up, giving us this V-shaped liquidity right here. And I marked out this QMR or reclaim block, whichever one you choose to call it. I'm expecting price to pull back down to tag this entry and run to the upside. 1:3 amount of the trade. That's basically just me. Sorry, a minute, guys. That's basically it for Euro USD. Now the next pair I have on my watch list right here is USD CHF. USD CHF is also pretty straightforward. On the daily time frame, price is also bearish. Yeah, price is bearish on the daily time frame. So I'm going to mark it out for you guys. This is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and here price putting this lower low, taking my premium and discount, so drawing it from the high to the low. You can clearly see that the setup I have is in the premium pricing of the leg, which basically you want to sell at premium and buy at discount. Now going into the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour and the daily time frame are basically sharing the same structure. So I spotted my entry model on the 4-hour time frame, which made me to put on this sell limit right here. You can clearly see that price created this V-shaped recovery. After creating it, price swept it, pulled down, pulled back up, giving us this V-shaped recovery liquidity right here, which is a potential sell setup. And I'm expecting price to come and tap into this reclaim block or QMR right here immediately after sweeping this liquidity and run to the downside. So that's just as simple as it gets. Now Euro CHF right here. So Euro CHF, this is one of the reasons why you need to join my Telegram channel. There's a high probability that I might not end up taking Euro CHF, but for now it's still looking very valid in my eye. So through my Telegram channel, you can stay updated on trades that I'm actually executing, because not every trade I'll make it to my weekly forecast is going to be the same trade I'm going to execute on my account. As time progresses, the market keeps on moving and my analysis keeps on refining itself as the market is moving. So yeah, setup on my drop here might eventually turn invalid during the week and I end up not executing it. So Euro CHF right here, starting from the daily time frame, yeah, still bearish. So this was a lower low. This was actually a lower high, yeah, and this is also a lower low. So if you take your premium and discount zone from the top to the bottom, you clearly see that price is actually in, sorry, not price, my entry point is actually in discounted, sorry, in the premium zone of the daily leg. Then if you go into the 4 hour time frame, you can clearly see down the 4 hour time frame. So we are also bearish. Yeah, I'll show you guys the 4 hour time frame structure right here. Lower low, lower high, and yeah, this is a lower low, lower high. But I'll just ignore that and probably just call this whole leg a lower low. But yeah, like I said, that's why I said as price develops, I might end up not executing Eurochef because it's definitely almost likely going to become invalidated. So yeah, I then spotted my entry model on the 4 hour time frame. Pull up, pull down, price broke structure, pull down, broke structure to the downside, pull up again, pull down, giving me that liquidity right there. And I expect price to come and tap into this QMR and run to the downside. Pretty simple as that. Now the next pair on my watch list, which is CHIBU'S. CHIBU'S is a pretty straightforward pair. You can clearly see that okay, this is a higher high, higher low, higher high. Now this is a lower low right here. So it's the same structure with the daily time frame. I don't know why all the pairs these days are sharing the same structure. It's basically the same structure: higher high, higher low, higher high. No, this one didn't create a higher high on the daily time frame. It just went on to create a lower low. Yeah, just went on to create this lower low. That is higher high, higher low. It didn't break this high, just broke this low, creating this lower low. So if you take your premium and discount so from the high to the bottom on the daily time frame, you can see my entry is also in the premium zone of the daily leg, and on the 4 hour price, my entry point is also in the premium zone of the daily leg. So I spotted my entry model. You can clearly see V-shape recovery. Then price broke structure to the upside. After breaking structure to the upside, price broke structure to the downside. After that, price pulled up and pulled down, giving us that liquidity point here. And I expect price to come back into this KMR or recap block right here and run to the downside. Pretty simple as that. Then the next pair on my watch list is GBP and I think that should be okay. No, not the last pair. GBP. A minute. So yeah, for GBP daily time frame, we are bullish pretty much. I'm going to show you guys the structure. You can see this higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price broke this high, higher high. Same thing with the 4 hour, share the same structure. So drawing your premium and discount, so taking it from the low to the high, you can see that I have 2 entries on GBP by the way. This is a 1 hour entry, this is a 4 hour entry, and I'm going to be executing both of them when price comes to the entry point. So yeah, but you can see that both entries are in the premium zone of the daily and the 4 hour leg. Yeah, so I'll show you the 4 hour one first before I go into the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, I spotted my entry model, pretty simple. Pull down, pull up, V-shape recovery, price broke structure. After breaking structure to the downside, broke structure to the upside. After that, price pulled down and pulled up, giving me this V-shape recovery and putting that liquidity right there. So basically what I expect from price is I expect price to sweep this liquidity, tap into this KMR or reclaim block and run to the upside. As simple as ABC. Same entry model, but this time I spotted it on 1 hour for this trade right here, the upper trade. So you can clearly see that right here, this is V-shape, then price broke structure, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, broke structure to the downside. After that, broke structure to the upside. After that, pull back down and pulled up, giving us that V-shape liquidity right there. And I spotted this QMR or breaker block, whichever one you want to call it. Basically just going to be calling this QMR to save my stress of saying QMR or breaker block. Yeah, and I expect price to come back to this QMR, tap it and run to the upside. But at the end of the day, most of all this trade, I'm expecting price to come back. They could just end up in SL. That's what you need to still understand. I said most, not all, because not everything is going to hit SL. It's a game of probabilities. You win some, you lose some. Now on the next pair, here's the JPY. So this setup, I'm actually going to ignore it for now because to me it's not really looking the best. But yeah, it fits the plan, so I'm not going to ignore it. I'll just give you guys the analysis. And like I said, join my Telegram channel. You eventually get to know if I still get to execute the trade or not. So on the daily time frame, we are bearish on USD JPY right here. So if I take these two right here, higher high, higher low, higher high, price broke this low, now creating this lower low right here. So yeah, expect price to pull up to some point. You don't know the point, an arbitrary point, tap into it and head to the downside. Yeah, that's basically what you're expecting. But now you see this entry point, it's in the premium zone of this daily leg. Then now going to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, same structure with the daily time frame, same premium and discount zone with the daily time frame. But my entry point is still in the premium zone of both the daily and the 4 hour time frame. And yeah, my entry model was spotted on the 1 hour time frame, which I'm going to show you guys right here. So you can clearly see this is an A shape. Price swept the high, broke structure to the downside, pulled back up, gave me that liquidity point right here. And yeah, I marked out this QMR, expect price to pull back to it, run to the downside. 1:3, and I'm out of the trade. Yeah, and the last setup, yeah, it's actually the last setup. This I'll explain why this is the last setup, which is NZJPY. NZJPY also pretty straightforward. My strategy is not complicated. I made it as simple as possible as I can. Yeah, so you can clearly see that we are bullish on the daily time frame. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Now I expect price to pull back to some arbitrary points. So analyzing this NZJPY closely, I feel like I might have made a mistake because this was where price broke the structure. Yes. Now on the daily time frame, my daily leg is going to be higher high, higher low, higher high. My daily leg is going to be from here to the high. Okay, yeah. So on the daily time frame, my entry point is also in the premium zone of the daily leg. That's what I wanted to confirm. Then for the 4 hour time frame, this is the 4 hour leg. This is the low. This is the high. Now drawing the premium and discount to entry point is also in the discounted zone of the 4 hour leg. Yeah, but the entry model was on the 1 hour time frame. Now on the 1 hour time frame, you can clearly see that price pulled up, swept liquidity. After sweeping liquidity, broke structure to the upside. After breaking structure to the upside, pulled down and pulled up, giving that V-shaped recovery. And I marked out this QMR right here. Expect price to pull back down, tap into this QMR, run to the upside, and give me 1:3. So that's basically it for all the pairs that I have on my watch list. So basically, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs on my watch list. But mind you, I'm still going to shoot a midweek market review, giving you guys the updated pairs that probably developed during the week. Yeah, for those of you that know my Telegram channel, and for a wider reach to my YouTube audience and my future subscribers. Yeah, then from there, I'm also going to be telling you guys about the trades that probably take here between Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, that's if I've executed the trade. Yeah, that's what my midweek market review entails. Then, with all of that being said, for this last pair that is on my red list, it's basically a trade setup. I don't really have Dow Jones on my watch list, but I just checked it out and I saw that this was a beautiful trade setup that fits my plan. But yeah, I didn't execute it. This is what it is. I don't have it on my watch list. So beautiful 4 hour structure, bullish, daily structure, bullish. Spotted my entry model on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, price tapped into it and it's running beautifully well. But it's not part of my trade. Yeah. So with all that being said, don't forget, I'm looking at you. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like this video and share it to your friends. Share it to your friends. Thank you. Peace out.